Why do some people keep moving forward even when the world seems stacked against them, while others stay stuck, waiting for life to give them a break that never comes? The difference isn't luck. It's not talent. It's one simple truth most people avoid. Life is not designed to be fair. It's designed to reveal who you really are. See, if you're waiting for perfect timing, for fair treatment, for someone to rescue you, you'll be waiting forever. Life doesn't hand out guarantees. It doesn't care how you feel. It responds to how you move. And once you accept that, once you stop expecting ease and start embracing truth, that's when things begin to change. That's when power returns to your hands. If you're tired of feeling stuck, if you're ready to stop lying to yourself and face life head on, then stay locked in. Because this message isn't just a pep talk. It's a wake-up call. Hit that subscribe button right now, because every week we drop the truth you need to hear, not the sugar you want. And when it hits home, drop a comment below with this one sentence: I choose truth over comfort. That tells me you're part of the few, the disciplined, the unstoppable. Let's begin. The moment you start believing life owes you something you've already lost. This world doesn't hand out success because you're a good person. It doesn't reward you just because you tried hard one time. Life isn't fair. It never promised it would be. And the sooner you accept that truth, the sooner you stop waiting and start working. See, too many people are walking around bitter, angry, entitled, thinking because they suffered, because they were overlooked, because they've been through something, that life should cut them a break. But that's not how it works. Life isn't a vending machine where you insert pain and get success back. It's a battlefield. And if you're standing still, feeling sorry for yourself, someone else is out there building while you're busy blaming. That's the harsh truth nobody wants to say out loud, but it needs to be said. Life doesn't owe you happiness. It doesn't owe you peace. It doesn't even owe you opportunity. But you owe it to yourself to rise anyway, to grind anyway, to fight for what you believe in, even when the odds aren't in your favor. Because here's what you've got to understand. Just because life is hard doesn't mean it's unfair. Challenge is the cost of growth. Setback is the training ground for character. Pain is the price of transformation. And no matter how deep you fall, the climb is still your responsibility. Nobody's coming to do it for you. And they shouldn't. Because when you do it yourself, when you earn it with your own sweat, your own scars, that's when it's real. So that's when it lasts. So stop looking at what you think you deserve and start asking what you're willing to earn. Every morning you wake up, life is giving you a blank page, not a promise, not a pass, a page. And it's up to you to fill it with action, with effort, with purpose. The people who win in life aren't owed anything. They simply refuse to stay down. That's the mindset. That's the difference. Life doesn't owe you a thing, but you owe it to yourself to give everything you got. Everybody wants to grow until it gets uncomfortable, until it requires sacrifice, until it pulls you out of the routine you've clung to for years. But let me tell you something. Real growth doesn't come dressed in comfort. It comes through struggle, through pain, through moments that make you question everything you thought you knew. Discomfort is not your enemy. It's the proof that you're pushing past your limits. You don't get stronger by doing what you've always done. You grow when your back's against the wall, when your legs are tired, when your mind screams for you to quit, and you keep going anyway. That's where the magic happens. That's where new levels are born. Every champion you admire, every person you look up to, they walked through fire. They didn't skip the discomfort. They embraced it. They understood that the only way to change is to get uncomfortable. Comfort is a trap. It whispers to you, stay here. You're fine. Don't push. Don't risk. But that voice is lying to you. Because staying comfortable is how people stay average. It's how dreams die. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. And if you keep running from discomfort, you'll keep running in circles, never breaking through, never evolving. So the next time life gets hard, the next time your heart beats faster, your hands sweat, and your mind tells you to stop, smile! That's the moment. That's the doorway, because on the other side of that pain is power. On the other side of that discomfort is a version of you that's sharper, stronger, and more dangerous than ever before. But you only meet that version if you're willing to walk through the fire. Don't pray for it to be easy. Pray for the strength to endure the hard. Stop avoiding the discomfort and start stepping into it. Because every time you do, you're growing. You're leveling up. You're becoming someone your past self wouldn't even recognize. That's the goal. That's the truth. Growth and comfort cannot coexist. So choose growth. Every single time. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. It's not the big dreams that shape your future. It's the small actions you repeat when nobody's watching. Who you become is built in the shadows, in the routines, in the choices you make every single day. If you want to see your life change, stop asking what you want and start asking what you're consistently doing. Discipline is louder than desire. Anybody can want something, anybody can talk about greatness, but it's what you do that speaks the truth. You show up late every day, you're not just late. You're training yourself to be unreliable. You skip your workouts because you don't feel like it. You're not just tired, you're practicing weakness. You scroll for hours, procrastinate, make excuses. You're not just relaxing, you're rehearsing failure. And it works the other way too. Wake up early even when it's hard, you're building resilience. Stay focused when it's boring, you're crafting patience. Keep your word when no one would know if you didn't. That's how you become powerful. Because consistency is character in motion. And every time you choose the hard right over the easy wrong, you're casting a vote for the person you're becoming. You don't become successful by accident. You don't stumble into excellence. It's earned in repetition, over and over again. The workouts, the reading, the focus, the sacrifice. It stacks quietly, daily. And then one day, people look at you like you're gifted, but you know better. You're not gifted, you're consistent. So, if you're not where you want to be, take a hard look at your habits. Not your dreams, not your vision board, your habits. Because they are either building you or breaking you. And no matter how fired up you get after a motivational video, it's what you do next that counts. Remember, you become what you repeatedly do. Not what you say, not what you intend, what you do every day, every choice, every step. That's the truth. Success doesn't brag, it doesn't show off, it doesn't need to scream for attention. Real success walks in silence. It lets the results speak. But failure echoes. It's loud. It shows up when you break your word, when you quit on yourself, when you make excuses. And the world sees it, hears it, feels it. Not because people are watching you, but because deep down, its real ones move differently. They're not chasing applause. They're not posting every step. They're grinding in silence while the rest are making noise with nothing to show. Success doesn't care about how many followers you have, how polished your image looks, or how good your story sounds. It's built behind closed doors while everybody else is sleeping, scrolling, or talking about what they're gonna do. Failure is loud because it leaves behind evidence. The missed opportunities, the broken promises, the habits you didn't build. It piles up, not all at once, but slowly, until one day you look around and realize you're stuck. Not because life's unfair, but because you were too focused on looking successful instead of becoming successful. The truth is, real growth happens when nobody's clapping, when you don't get recognition, when you put in work with no spotlight. That's when it counts. That's when character is forged. Success doesn't make a scene, it just arrives. Quiet, powerful, unshakable. And when it shows up, it doesn't need validation. because it knows how much was sacrificed for it. The ones who win in life, they're not the ones screaming the loudest. They're the ones who kept showing up when it was hard, who stayed disciplined when no one noticed, who took the hits and kept going. And when they succeed, it's not luck, it's not magic, it's just quiet work done relentlessly. So stop worrying about being seen. Stop trying to convince the world you're doing something. Do it. Let your results do the talking, because success may be quiet, but when it speaks, it silences everything else. You can fool the world. You can smile in front of a crowd, post pictures that show your best angles, talk like you've got everything figured out. But deep down, behind the noise, behind the filters and fake confidence, is a voice you can't run from, your own. You can't lie to yourself forever. Eventually the truth catches up. You say you're working hard, but you know when you're just going through the motions. You say you're disciplined, but you remember every time you hit snooze, every time you gave in, every time you told yourself just one more day off. That truth, it doesn't disappear. It piles up in your mind, in your heart. It becomes weight. Not the kind you can see, but the kind that drains you from the inside out. See, integrity isn't just about being honest with others. It's about being honest with yourself. Because when the mirror talks back, it doesn't lie. You know when you're playing small. You know when you're coasting instead of climbing. You know when you're letting fear dress up as logic, keeping you from chasing what's really in your heart. And no matter how much you try to cover it up, that knowing never goes away. The reason so many people feel stuck is because they built a life on pretending. Pretending they're okay with average. Pretending they're giving 100%. Pretending they're not built for more. But the truth, it leaks out in frustration, in restlessness, in regret. You can't silence your potential with fake peace. You can't escape your calling by hiding in comfort. So what do? You get honest, brutally honest with yourself. You stop making excuses. You face the gap between who you are and who you could be. And then you start closing it, one disciplined action at a time. Because the day you stop lying to yourself is the day your real life begins. Forget the applause, forget the image. Forget trying to prove something to the world. Start proving it to yourself. Because the truth you've been avoiding, that's the key. Face it, and you'll unlock everything you've been looking for. When the easy path stares you down, it looks inviting. It whispers sweet promises of comfort, safety, and no struggle. But here's the truth that too few are willing to face. The easy road rarely leads to greatness. It might get you by, sure, but it won't transform you. The hard road, that's where the real growth lives. That's where legends are made. Every time you choose the difficult way. Whether it's waking up early when your body screams to stay in bed, pushing through doubt when everyone else has given up, or taking responsibility when it would be easier to blame, you're stepping onto the right path. It's the road that demands everything from you. Your sweat, your patience, your resilience. But it also rewards you with something priceless. Strength. The hard road tests you. It strips away the excuses and reveals what you're really made of. It teaches you discipline when the thrill of motivation fades. It builds character when no one is watching. The moment you choose comfort over challenge, you settle for less than you're capable of. And that's a slow death for your potential. Think about the most successful people you know. They didn't get there by choosing the easy way out. They took the hits. They failed forward. They kept going when it hurt. Because deep down they understood that struggle isn't punishment, it's preparation. The hard road is a forge, and it's shaping them into something unstoppable. So the next time you're faced with a choice, remember this. If it feels too easy, it probably isn't worth your time. Don't run from discomfort or difficulty. Lean into it. Embrace the challenge. Know that each tough step is building the foundation for your future. The right road isn't paved with ease. It's paved with grit, sweat, and relentless commitment. And when you finally arrive at your destination, the journey will have made the victory that much sweeter. Because you didn't just arrive, you became worthy of the success you earned. The hard road isn't just right, it's everything. The purpose isn't a gentle voice you hear while sitting comfortably. It's a relentless force that challenges you every single day. It doesn't whisper sweet nothings or hand you success on a silver platter. Instead, it tests your will, your commitment, and your resilience. If you want to live with purpose, you better be ready to face the trials it brings. The moment you decide to pursue something meaningful, you step into a battlefield. Purpose will push you out of your comfort zone. It will demand sacrifices, time, energy, and sometimes relationships. It forces you to confront your fears, your doubts, and the excuses you've hidden behind for so long. But that's exactly what purpose is designed to do: strip away everything that's holding you back and make you stronger. It's not supposed to be easy. If it were, everyone would have it. Instead, purpose challenges you to grow in ways you never thought possible. It tests your patience when results don't come fast enough. It tests your discipline when motivation fades. It tests your character when you're faced with setbacks and failures. Purpose is like a fire that burns away the unnecessary and refines what's real. It asks, how badly do you want this? And it keeps asking until you answer through your actions, not just your words. When the pressure comes, and it will, you'll discover what you're truly made of. And that discovery will be the foundation of your legacy. So don't wait for purpose to gently knock on your door. Don't expect it to come wrapped in ease and comfort. Purpose demands you show up every day, ready to be tested. The real question is, will you rise to that test? Will you answer the call even when it's hard? Because purpose doesn't whisper, it tests you. And how you respond will define your life. Every decision you make, every habit you build, every boundary you set, they all add up to one simple truth: your life is a reflection of the standards you hold for yourself. If you find yourself stuck, frustrated, or falling short of your dreams, it's time to look inward. What standards have you allowed to slip? What limits have you accepted as your reality? Standards aren't just rules you follow. They're the baseline for your self-respect and your vision of what's possible. High standards push you to show up on your worst days, to say no to distractions, and to demand more from yourself than the easy way out. When your standards are low, you accept mediocrity, tolerate excuses, and let your potential gather dust. You might not realize it, but your environment, your friends, your daily routines, they all mirror the standards you've set. If you're surrounded by negativity or complacency, it's a signal that your standards need raising. You can't expect to live a life of greatness while settling for less in the small things. Excellence starts there. Raising your standards is uncomfortable. It means rejecting what's familiar and stepping into the unknown. It means holding yourself accountable when no one else is watching. But it's the only way to change the reflection staring back at you in the mirror. Because if you want a life filled with purpose, success, and respect, you have to start by demanding it from yourself. And remember, the world will only respect the standards you set. Others will treat you the way you allow. So don't lower your expectations to fit in or avoid conflict. Stand firm. Protect your time, energy, and goals like the valuable things they are. When your standards are high, you'll attract the people, opportunities, and results that match your vision. Your life is a reflection of your standards. Raise them, own them, live them every day, because that's where true change begins. The truth is simple but powerful. Your life will always reflect the standards you set, the purpose you chase, and the choices you make every single day. Growth doesn't come from comfort. It comes from challenge, discipline, and unwavering commitment to something greater than yourself. If you want a life worth living, start by raising your standards, embracing the hard road, and answering the call of purpose, no matter how loudly it tests you. Now I want to hear from you. What's one standard you're ready to raise starting today? Drop it in the comments below and hold yourself accountable. And if you're serious about leveling up your life and mindset, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join a community that's committed to real growth, real change, and real success. Don't wait for tomorrow. Your future starts now. So let's get after it together.